472-5788. That's 1-866-472-5788. You may also send an email to bts@summerhelene.com. Now let's go back behind the scenes.
G'day guys, welcome back to Behind the Scenes. I'm your host, Summer Helene, and I finally got over the giggles. We are on with my co-host and host of The Militant Moderate, Paul Michael Boland. I have to tell you, and I got to do this without cracking up, Paul got me to stop laughing by bringing up Weinstein and Salma Hayek. Somebody had photoshopped, it's on my Twitter, I'll put it there, had photoshopped a sword into the picture below the guitar.
And I want to thank whoever did that from the bottom of my heart.
So that was what cracked me up. I'm going to send it to Scott. I'm going to send it to Paul. I know they'll appreciate it. And right now we've gone from one scandal talking about Donald Trump. Now we're going to move to another scandal talking about Dr. Phil. I always have to preface this by saying Paramount's my parent company. I hate hearing anything bad about them. I hate hearing anything bad happen there. But there have been a lot of accusations against Dr. Phil. And I'd like to welcome to our show Truthfully Trisha, a successful YouTube personality who is unscripted. She loves to entertain. She loves to bring awareness to mental health. She's been on the Dr. Phil show. She can attract a lot of attention, good and bad. But she's a very real person. And I'd like to welcome Trisha to the show. Trisha, welcome.
Hi, Summer. How are you?
I am good. I'm a little, I couldn't stop laughing the last segment. We pull off of Twitter Live, and I got we were talking about swinging swords, and...
Yes, I heard that. That was hilarious. Thank you so much. It is such an honor to talk to you, the Duchess of Hollywood. And Paul, I listened to your episode from last week, and I just wanted to say that I really admire your show a lot. And last week when you started talking about this whole Dr. Phil episode and you were really curious on what was going on, I could not wait. When your assistant Alexis called me, I was so excited to be a part of it. And I listened to your show, and the one thing that I wanted to say is that, to put to rest, that not all of Dr. Phil's guests are horribly flawed individuals, because unfortunately, as you know, in Hollywood, they do the bait and switch, and that's what's happened to me.
So what I have to say, like I said, because Paramount's my parent company, I am contractually obligated to kind of always err on the side of careful. But yeah. I know myself, even working there, like I've had to fetch cocaine for people, so I know it's not perfect. I was very young at the time, really stupid. Now I would say no, just to my listeners out there, if you're in entertainment, don't fetch cocaine for people. What happened?
Well, what I know now from then, what I've learned from then and now, you want to talk about shit shows. My life has been a literal shit show since appearing on the Dr. Phil show. I really believe that Dr. Phil is Oprah's bitch, because drama makes money. And if you want to put two male authoritarian-like figures in a shit show, you've got Trump and Dr. Phil. What a great side-by-side comparison you got going on here. I myself, my name is Truthfully Trisha. I have a successful small YouTube channel, from drama to beauty, what have you. I got solicited by a producer by Dr. Phil's show after streaming an argument with my husband and my daughter, which now I regret doing so, but I have bipolar, and I talk about mental health awareness and things like that, and I unscripted stream my life. And the stigma that goes along with it and what have you, I have my channel, and I was lured onto the show based under the pretense of we're going to talk about mental health issues. I've been bullied. People had told me to kill myself, that I was fat, that I was ugly, all these horrible, rotten things. I used YouTube as a resource to plug into because I had been horribly depressed. I'm still horribly depressed, and after the Dr. Phil show and all of this, I attempted suicide the day after Christmas. And with all of this coming to light, the practices that have happened in this show, what they want for ratings and drama, it's absolutely horrible, and it's going to kill someone. and it could have killed me.
Well, I have to ask. We, of course, reach out to Dr. Phil, and I talked to a couple of the producers there.
Yes.
And, you know, there was some back and forth, and some of it I'll bring up, some of it I won't. I don't think it's relevant if it's not relevant here. The concern was the staff was concerned that you were going on there for ratings for your YouTube channel versus wanting help. And I've seen your YouTube channel. I think a lot of your YouTube channel is about reaching out for help in general. So I did want your opinion on that.
I needed help. I have bipolar disorder, and I'm also the wife of a veteran with PTSD. I fully believed they told me that they were going to help me, and it's not what he projects it on TV. I've gotten so many emails and negative comments. Dr. Phil provided you help. No, he did not. I have a waiver that I did not sign where I was bullied at the end of the show after I literally fell on my face. And Robin said I didn't cry tears. I take antidepressant medication that I'm not able to make tears. That is the number one bullying statement a woman could make to another woman. They lured me on the show under the pretense of they were going to help me. They were going to talk about internet bullies. They did not tell me they were going to have my number one bully there and confront me and make slanderous accusations against me, trigger me to the point where I had another breakdown. And that's what they did. And it's, as you know, it's all for ratings.
Well, I do have to say, on the flip side, I always have to say the flip side here, Dr. Phil's show has given more money, and this is something that was given in a statement to us, has given more money to help people than any other show in history. And if people don't want to take the help, they can't be responsible for that. From there, I'm going to move on and say there are some statements, like I said, I have to make. They were the responses. I have to put them in whether I agree with them or not.
I'll tell you my experience, what happened to me when I clearly needed help, and after that I had wanted to go inpatient. One of his staffers came to me and said, "What do you think? You want to be coddled inpatient? I'm bipolar triggered. I'm having an emotional breakdown after his show." And they quickly got me off of there and basically told me that they would go through my health insurance and try to find me a life coach. There isn't a magic wand that he waves and one of his people come out, or he picks and chooses who he wants to do that for. I clearly needed help. That's why I went there to get help.
They do definitely pick and choose, and it's, I know there were some problems with Sinead O'Connor as well. It depends on how flexible people are to the programs. My assistant has bipolar. My mum has bipolar. I'm very grateful I don't. It's very, very difficult to live with. One of the questions we have on Twitter is, do you feel that Dr. Phil helps anyone, or do you feel that all experiences are like yours? Because a lot of people have come out and said he's done a lot of good, is essentially what this person is saying.
I think he picks and chooses. He clearly said he wanted to make an example out of me. He clearly stated he wanted to make an example out of me using YouTube. The way that he went about it, getting my biggest hater to make slanderous comments to get me to jump out of my seat. How does that help someone with bipolar, or what the real issues are? Why are you on YouTube? Why would you do that except, and I'll tell you, the production of it, he might not have known what was going on because he has a hearing aid in his ear with people telling him what to do. He has a book and a teleprompter in front of his face.
Yeah, that goes into television, and unfortunately that is how that works. Do you feel that your YouTube channels help you get any of that out? Because I know there's been a lot of positive and a lot of negative. Right. There was some issues people had with, you know, the streaming, where you were streaming and bleeding, and then on the flip side, there are people that feel that you're opening up to them so they feel they can relate.
It's the negative and the positive, and the negative part, which he clearly did not do his research when he did the show. Clearly did not. He had a hater who said he was blind and made an accusation I sent naked photos to him. If I healed the man and he could see, well, by golly,
you'd be a millionaire.
That did not happen. It was just poorly produced. It was so quickly produced, and for the ratings, that's what he wanted to do. There was no help offered to me. I saw a woman who was intoxicated in that house that they film in, and they made her sit outside, and she was belligerent and upset. And the way that they treated us, it was total humiliation. And
why was it? I have two questions online. One of our listeners wants to know what medication you're taking to control your bipolar.
Oh my
they have
goodness,
bipolar as well.
I think that's kind of a personal thing. So are you on the right medications? Do you feel you're on the right medications?
You, Paul. I'm on the right medications. I was hospitalized December 26th with my suicide attempt, and I'm on the medications I'm supposed to be.
There we go.
Okay. Were you on the medications you were supposed to be before the suicide attempt, do you feel?
Yes, I was, but the compounding bullying that I had received online pushed me over the edge, and I didn't have the support or the coping mechanism, which I went to Dr. Phil to ask for that help, because you see it all the time. People get help. I asked for help. I needed help. And I got...
Why do you feel he pushed you aside versus helping you? Do you feel that there was conflict with the staff? Do you feel... the question would be, why you as opposed to anyone else?
I think that he got a lot for the rating, and he wanted to flip the script that I had complained to him about internet bullying, and instead they bullied me. Do you think that it was right that Robin, as a woman, could say to another woman, "There is no tears," when I literally fell flat on my face? You can't make that up. There was nothing that I would gain out of that. You get someone so upset.
You can't. I can't say you can't make that up. We work in entertainment, so people fall all the time. On the flip side,
I don't know this stuff.
On the flip side, because it's edited for television, no one can tell. Because all we see, of course, is what's on television and what's presented. So we don't have your experiences.
The producer, I wanted to back out of it. And he's like, "Don't you want Dr. Phil to help you? Dr. Phil is going to help you. You know this is ruining your marriage. You know this is ruining your life. YouTube is. Dr. Phil is going to help you." My insurance doesn't cover a life coach.
What can we do to get you the help that you need?
That would be the question.
I'm not necessarily sure the help that I need can be found through the entertainment industry that way. I didn't use Dr. Phil to get ratings on my channel because, let me tell you, I've got more hate than anything.
Well, we're not talking about through the entertainment industry. We're talking about if you need a life coach, we'll provide you with one.
I would love so much to find a life coach.
Okay, we'll do that.
To find that
we will absolutely do that for you. The question, Alexis, will you please put that down and set that up? So we will absolutely take care of that for you, and I think Paul has a good point. It's, what do you need? Obviously, this has been a really terrible experience for you.
How do we get on the other side of it?
Exactly. How do we move past it? Because a lot of people have, good and bad experiences in the entertainment industry. We can only see what's cut for television, so we don't know your experiences.
To be able to talk about it, to say, I'm bipolar, I have a spouse that is a veteran with PTSD, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and a trying entrepreneur to self-empower myself, women and individuals and couples, trying to build a business and a life.
Well, do you think before you do that, I think, this is just personal opinion, I'm not a doctor, it sounds like you need to get past your experience. Because, like I said, the entertainment industry can be both good and bad. It can be wonderful for the people it helps, and it can be toxic for the people it hurts. So rather than going to, I'm an entrepreneur, I want to get this out there, rather than trying 50 steps ahead to help other people, like Paul said, what can we do to help you? We can get you a life coach. We'll absolutely do that. But what can we do to help you get past that experience? Because we've heard, such a back and forth on people that have had wonderful experiences and terrible experiences. In your case, you had the conflict with Robin over the lack of tears. Unfortunately, things can be really subjective in the entertainment industry.
I had no idea. I honestly can tell you, I thought, I looked at Dr. Phil and I thought that, and I apologize for saying I think Dr. Phil is Oprah's bitch, but it's all about drama and ratings. This is what I learned.
Roundabout sort of way, we're all kind of Oprah's.
Yeah, we're all Oprah's bitch.
She's the closest thing we have to royalty in this country.
She is, and we're in entertainment.
She wrote an article about him. She wrote this gleaming article about him, that he's this wonderful psychologist for all women, what have you. I linked it on my Twitter.
But he was her psychologist. He was her psychologist. He looked after her. That's how he ended up doing segments on her show. I have a therapist. I've invited my therapist on the show. I can't get her to come on because she is, camera shy or radio shy. But even the doctor we have on is my personal doctor. People bring them on because they trust them. And they know their results. So for Oprah, he probably was an incredible therapist. But
now he's a step above Jerry Springer. I mean, literally, he had to step between me and the other woman because she made an outlandish, slanderous statement. I was like, how could this be? Here I am asking for help, begging for help, basically, being told by production staff.
If he had to step between you, were you going after her? Was she going after you? What was happening?
She went after me. She made a horrible statement saying that I made a woman commit suicide, which was unfounded, not true, and it's something that hit me close to my heart.
Of course.
And it upset me so much I jumped out of my chair, and I tried to get away from it twice. Like, they flipped the script on me. This wasn't something like, hey, they trigger you before. They have you go on for an hour and a half talking to a production staff about your innermost thoughts, feelings, and things that triggered you, why, everything before the show, and it happened so fast. They get you on there, and then it was like, boom, they promised me. Is there going to be a hater there? No. We're going to help you with your marriage. We're going to help you with your bipolar. We're going to help you.
We can't. I can't confirm or say. We didn't ask them if you knew whether or not there was going to be a hater there, but I can say Dr. Phil did say, and the staff did say, they wanted to help you with your marriage, and he wanted you to help you unplug from YouTube, because that was
the worst thing after we left. I mean, I never cried so hard on the horrible flight they sent us home on. It was the most humiliating experience, and every time, every message, every morning, I'm getting from these people, Dr. Phil, you're this, Dr. Phil, you're that. Had I known then what I know now, I thought, I'm literally going to get help. He's like Oprah. He's my saving grace. This is going to be it. I'm not here for fame. I'm not here for that. I'm here to get help because he supposedly offered the best help.
And that's it. So the question would be, and I'm going to ask this because we've had a lot of write-ins for it, if you're not seeking fame, why do you have the YouTube channel if it's so badly affecting your marriage? Why?
It's the only outlet I have to keep me from being hospitalized, because you can't have a therapist 24/7, and you have people who do support you. It's something that you can plug into and get something out of, and my personal problem is I'm just not able to deal with the trolls, the hate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is there another outlet for this? Because the internet is both wonderful and horrifying all at the same time.
Paul's right. If you can find a different outlet that would still let you get it out, but without the conflict, wouldn't that be better for the bipolar?
Yeah, so I think
maybe just put it on hold for a while. That's it. Maybe just put it on hold.
And we'll get you a life coach.
Business, Posh and Naughty, has really helped me diversify my attention to something other than just, I've worked really hard at not streaming so much. And if you've noticed my online activity, I haven't been streaming as much as I had before. So I'm really working on that.
That's good.
That's good.
We're actually coming to the end of the show. If you have anything to say to anyone, we've got about 1 minute left. Say it. We're happy to give you an open platform.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to let me speak, and thank you for the opportunity to be on your show.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. For those that want to tune in, she's on Truthfully Trisha. I do have to say, from an entertainment standpoint, I would take time off. I agree with Paul. If this is where you are emotionally, unplug for a while. We'll definitely get you that life coach. I can't say one way or another what happened, but we're very, very happy to give you that platform. And I'm so sorry to hear about everything that's gone on.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you for having me on your show.
Yeah, I hate to see anybody in pain, so let's, sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know if we've gotten any further down to the bottom on what's going on with Dr. Phil. We're going to keep tracking this. We'll keep you up to date on what's going on with Dr. Phil, and we'll stay plugged in to Truthfully Trisha. Trisha, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Paul, Summer, and I hope you guys have a great 2018.
I hope your 2019,
you as well.
Tops your 2017. Guys, if you want to tune in and listen to Paul on The Militant Moderate, you can find him on
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and iTunes.
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You can find Paul fucking everywhere. So that's a little bit from behind the scenes on Dr. Phil. We're going to have a couple of other people on from the Dr. Phil show giving a whole bunch of different perspectives. We are going to get Trisha a life coach and do what we can to help. If you have anything to say about the book Fire and Fury, let us know. Write in. Yeah, but please remember, I'm very, very liberal. Paul is
very, very moderate.
Yeah. So if you're going to pick a fight or an argument with us, make sure you know your stuff, because we'll win. I'm Summer Helene. We're on with Paul Michael Boland. A special thank you to Truthfully Trisha for being on. And we will see you guys next week. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for checking out the show. Behind the Scenes can be heard live on the Voice America Variety Channel every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. Be sure to join Summer Helene for more Scoop next week.